back, everybody. So today we're going to try Molson Ice. Now this is from Molson Coors Canada. Premium ice beer. Now from what I know, what they do to this is they do brew a regular batch. Then after fermentation is done, they cool it down and they will take some of the ice that forms off. Now in any beer, you could technically do this with any beer, but the water is going to freeze first, and because there's alcohol in there, you could chill it down, then take that frozen ice or the ice off, and then you're going to have a higher ABV beer because you're lowering the amount in that overall batch. Now with home brewing, yes, you could do that. So if you make a 2-gallon batch, let's say, and you're shooting for a gravity before fermenting of say 17 bricks, well, you could freeze all that because there's no alcohol in there. But after fermentation is done, then you're going to have alcohol in there. So you could put that whatever 2-gallon batch you had in the freezer for a little bit, freeze some off, and you're going to get a higher ABV beer because you're taking liquid out of it, so that's going to condense it. You see it a lot done, I think they call it Applejack. So apple cider, you freeze that, then do the same thing. So this is 5.6% ABV. This is 24 fluid ounces. I do have one more. It's Labatt Ice, and either this one or the Labatt Ice, it was $4 or 4 for $5. So we could say $1.20. Let's just go with that for this. So let's go ahead and get it open. And they also say when you do freeze it, you're going to get a smoother taste, a smoother body, I should say. Sorry. There we go. We do have a white colored head, small and medium bubbles on there, about a finger of head. It looks like the head is going to die off here as the bubbles pop. It's starting to go down. Color, yeah, golden yellowish, light golden yellow. Very clear magnifying glass. I can make out the bell sign and the light box. Lots of bubbles coming up. Let's go ahead and smell. Sweeter malt, like a very sweet malt smell. It's kind of it almost comes off as like a more of a pilsner than a lager. Like it seems like there's some crackers in there, but at least right now, if there is, that's very low, and that sweet malt is what I'm getting most of. Lightly toasted sweet malt. But I think yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit of cracker in there too. Let's go ahead and taste. That malt is what you're getting. It feels like full-bodied. I don't want to say like a stout full body, but it is a thicker body, and it seems like that malt really takes over in this beer. But in the aftertaste, it's kind of tinny, like a malt tin. Yeah. I don't know if I would say this is smooth at all. Like, just remembering from the Bud Ice and the natural ice, this doesn't feel like a smooth body like those did. Like, my tongue, the taste buds on my tongue are like raised. Um, it doesn't go down smooth. Yeah, yeah. Really, all you're getting is that malt, like a little watered down malt with a bigger body than, if I remember correctly, on like Bud Ice or the natural ice. Um, on this one, uh, two. I'm not a huge malt person, but I I don't think this is really bringing anything to the table. If you like malt, I guess, but it's not like that syrup. I don't want anybody to think it's like a double IPA, like a sweet syrup, like that. It's just, yeah, malt. Like if you ate malt, because sometimes what I'll do, just to make sure the grain's fresh when I go to a local homebrew store, is I'll eat some of the malt, and that's kind of the taste you're getting. A little sweetness, but mostly malt. Obviously it's not as dry as just eating a grain, but yeah, I think at least right now this one's at the bottom of my ice list. 2 out of 5. Let's check Untapped real quick. So 6 of my friends have checked it in, average 2.83 out of 5. A little over 8,500 people have checked it in, average 2.59 out of 5. Um, Lager yeast. Yeah, it could be the yeast that they use. I was just seeing if anybody really said anything. Not as bad as I remember, not the worst. Chad gave it a 2. Um, yeah, I think I would rather drink some of the other ones. I do, like I said, I do have the Labatt Ice, so I will be doing a side by side of that and this just to see if we can pick up any differences. So if you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.